What's going on, family? Welcome back to the next episode. Unfortunately, this gets to be a pretty unhappy episode because this is the fourth day actually, after my bus was broken into. Yep, you heard that right. My bus has been broken into on the property that's supposed to be secure, that has cameras, that was supposed to deter people from breaking in. As you can see here from the general mess behind me, yeah, it's pretty screwed up. I'm gonna keep this section of the video short and sweet just because I wanted to show you guys the fact that the bus had gotten broken into in general and just the mess that they left. But yeah, they unfortunately took a good amount of stuff that was important to the bus build. Not necessarily to me, but for the bus build, primarily. I'm going to go ahead and go through this stuff so that I have a full understanding of what's missing, so that I can properly report that to the police. But when I come back to this video, because I'm going to do this in two parts, I'm probably going to be either in the shop or back at the rehab facility. I don't know which yet, because I haven't decided. But either way, I'll be somewhere else other than in the bus. And mainly because I want to make sure you guys can hear me, because it's kind of loud with the bus running. I had to make sure that it still ran and they didn't actually damage anything in regards to that. And I'll be moving it to a different location in the same space, just so that it's less easy access for anybody to bother a second time around. Apologize for the light in the back. That's the back door because they broke it in some shape, form, or fashion, or disabled the function of it or something along those lines in order to exit after they broke in. So I got to figure out how to handle that, because that might keep me from being able to move the bus if I don't get that closed. So we'll see how that plays out. Anyway, I will see you guys in the second half of this video. Okay, so on to part two of this general fiasco. Long story incredibly short, I already mentioned the break-in. The problem that I'm dealing with now, and something that needs to be brought up in general discussion for people who are making this conversion, well, any kind of conversion with a transit bus, is the method that they actually used to break in, well, one, as well as the method they used to break out. So that's fun. The point of this half of the video is basically stating what they did in order to get in, which, from what I understand from the pictures that I took, now actually add a couple pictures that were taken, it probably isn't very obvious given the circumstances, but it is what it is. The way that they broke into the bus was to basically, from the outside, wedge something in between the windowsill and the emergency exit portion of the window. They wedged something in there and then basically forced the notches that hold the window in to slide out of the way, so that the window would open up as if you had actually pulled the lever from the inside to open the emergency exit. So the entire bay window just opens up, giving anybody easy access to get in and out for the most part. From there, and unfortunately I don't have any video footage of this, because this happened basically at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and I was not able to get my electrical system up and situated before all this happened, which is why what is currently missing in the aftermath of this craziness is the parts for my electrical system. But in any event, that was how they got in the bus, rummaged around, grabbed what they wanted, and they took their time unbarricading the back door, because I had a decent amount of stuff back there, kind of using it like a temporary storage closet for all of the stuff that was yet to be built and organized and so on and so forth. They unbarricaded the rear exit door and then decided to break the glass on the emergency exit lever and pull the lever in order to exit the bus. Joy. The problem with that specifically is that now the bus is rendered unmovable, because pulling that lever forces the rear exit door into the open position, which there is a safety feature built into transit buses that if the rear door is open, the brakes are on and they will stay on until the rear door is considered closed by the system. So I have the pleasure of trying to figure out how to either close whatever opening is in the air system above the rear exit door in order to return it to its normal functionality, or reset the function of the emergency lever, if that's even doable. So I have to figure out which one of those is doable, what is doable, and try to pull that off, of course with help, because I am not yet done with my surgeries, so I'm not yet in a position to be able to maneuver myself into the space where that is above the rear exit door to go in there and deal with it myself. Gotta love the irony there. So that's pretty much the meat and potatoes of the release of this video. I don't really care to, put myself in a poor me status with the situation. It's more so just educating others that have transit buses that this kind of thing can happen. And these two circumstances are things that they should be aware of. The mechanics of the window emergency exits, as far as being able to avoid anyone being able to break in from the outside with those, and understanding that if the emergency lever for the rear door ever gets pulled, that it will render the bus unable to move until the rear door, whatever sensor or indicator tells the system that the door is closed and closed properly, the bus will not move. It will not drive. So basically, I'm just trying to let people know that this happened to me and it could happen to them. So that pretty much sums up all that I have to say this time around. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Go ahead and hit the notification bell, and I appreciate you guys. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.